Climate science is one of the most challenging scientific disciplines of these latest years. This is so because humanity has acquired the capability of changing our climate of our planet, in ways that are unprecedented in human history. This is a new fact. This is a new situation in which we have to face the fact that climate is not a fixed scenery to our activity, but is something that we can interact with, and is also something that we can change and modify in unexpected ways. The recent problems with climate change, with understanding the science of climate change, with understanding the societal and economic consequences of climate change, that have seen the development of a complex international network of regulation and negotiation, is a witness to a situation in which we are facing this new challenge. The scientific community, therefore, has a sort of new responsibility. A lot of pressure is now being exerted on the scientific community because there is a growing demand from society for scientific information that must be accurate, honest, and timely. And the community has tried to respond to this challenge by developing programs, by developing scientific investigations and research activities that might help in trying to understand, project, and predict climate variations. We have developed climate projection for the next decades that identify different scenarios of climate change as a consequence of different hypotheses of our modification of the climate environment in terms of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases. We are developing our predicting capability in predicting climate variation on shorter time range, from season to decadal time range. So a huge challenge that has shown that the path that we have kept in the past decades is exciting, but it's not really sufficient to respond to this challenge in a satisfactory way. One of the reasons is that we have been aware that climate science is much more than simply meteorology or atmospheric sciences or ocean sciences. Has become something that is really diffuse in our society and impacts different fields of knowledge and human activity. Climate changes have impacts on agriculture, on energy markets, on financial markets, on the economy as a whole. They have impacts on health, and therefore we have been we've been involving more and more different disciplines in what we were thinking were climate-only problems. This has created a situation in which the dialogue between experts of different disciplines have been developing more or less in a casual way, but at the same token, we were sort of imprisoned within the boundaries of the traditional scientific disciplines of the 19th century. The disciplines as we know them today basically have been set up in the 19th century, and it's not necessarily they reflect the kind of knowledge that we require today. We believe that we have to develop much more than interdisciplinary dialogue between disciplines. We think that we have to find a convergence of the traditional disciplines in something new that we may call climate science. And it is with this kind of vision in mind that we have decided to establish the Italian Society for Climate Sciences that we have recently established in Italy. The plural is not casual. This is why we have established the Italian Society for Climate Sciences. That, of course, we want is an Italian society, but we want it to be open to the international community. And the challenge, the vision that has led us to this initiative is exactly the fact that we think that we have to go beyond interdisciplinary or even transdisciplinary work and try to forge a new discipline, a new integrated discipline of what is climate variation, climate change, and the impacts of climate on various sectors. The society is open to all professionals in the various fields that are relevant to climate change, from meteorology to oceanography to ecology to chemistry to biology to economy to financial experts. We think that we need all sorts of expertise to really be able to raise to the challenge and face these new sets of problems that we have today. All too often, the organization of scientific research and academic research does not really reflect well the dimension of the problems that we're facing, and artificial boundaries in our organization is making the time to solution longer than necessary and the process of solution itself more complicated. So we really think that our society, that of course is a scientific society, so is a no-profit, there will be no need to say that, but it's a society that is devoted to the progress of climate sciences as a whole, to fostering the diffusion of climate knowledge in the society. Our society is very young. It was established in the beginning of 2013, and therefore we're in the process now of establishing ourselves and trying to decide the set of initiative in terms of meetings, in terms of even journals or other discussion platforms that we think are necessary in order to start this process of convergence of various disciplines. In the meantime, our first initiative is our annual conference that will be held this year on September 23rd, 24th in Lecce, in Italy, in the south of Italy. And this is the title of the conference, that is Climate Change and its Implication on Ecosystem Services and Society, is specifically designed to start the process of merging of different disciplines, hopefully into a single unit. The issue is to try to share methods, try to share approaches, try to diffuse the usage of quantitative methods in all fields, so that we can actually transfer enabling techniques and methodology from one discipline to the other, in a way that we can actually reach that level of joint engagement of the problem of climate that we actually need in order to solve them. So the conference is purposefully designed to be, in some sense, generic, but we do have specific topics. So the first topic is advances in climate science. The second is our implication on ecosystem services. And then we have climate policy and economic assessments. So we will try with this conference to start a platform for discussion that is going to be broad, and we really hope that we would welcome a large number of you in Lecce this coming September.